Well, all right, let's just go ahead and get started on this. The new update to OBS for some reason dumped my audio configuration. So I hope everything is still working okay. Everything looks like it's still set up properly. I got my compressor, I got my noise gate. That's all I really need, so that'll work, I guess. In any case, let's get started on some stuff. Let's get started on putting some things together here. And, I need my, my windowed. There we go, there's that. Well, let's go ahead and come on over here and we'll, get set up in the Discord. So we can actually get things started on the streaming. And that way I won't forget to put stuff out in front of everybody once I actually get rolling here. There we go. So we got everything fired up over on the Discord. Everything is streaming. So you may be watching this on the Discord, and if you are, then well, nobody's watching this on the Discord. I don't know why I even act like that might happen. Everybody's busy, busy, busy. I used to have at least a small audience on the Discord, but now it seems that everybody's got other stuff to do, which is fine. It's a weird time to be running a stream anyway. It's 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday, and that's on the West Coast, and I got a bunch of people that are over on the East Coast, so it's like the wee hours of the morning for them, and I got some people in Europe. They're sitting here going, hey, it's Sunday morning. I'm not going to a stream on Sunday morning. What the hell's wrong with you? But, yeah, okay. So the things that we're primarily concerned with today, I'm going to go ahead and hide the wood grain reference because we don't need that immediately. Now, the primary things that I'm working on today are the architecture of this background. And in order to work on the architecture of the background, the first and most important thing I need to worry about is light. Where is my light coming from? And there are also some other questions that I need to answer here. But for the moment, let's content ourselves with saying, where is our light coming from? And I'm going to go ahead and create a new vector layer over top of this and make sure I've got my brush selected, and let's come over here to a relatively mid-saturated, mid-intensity light source. And I want this more in kind of a yellowish area. A little more orange than that. You know, what I'm kind of thinking along the lines of it, we've got light coming out from this window, okay, which is kind of our backlight for the main figure, which is going to be up here. But we've also got light coming up from below, because while you can't see it, there would, down here in the yard, in this area, there would be lighting that was out in front of the building. There would be like street lights, sidewalk lights, some kind of thing like that. But you can't see that because, it's not there. So we've got some light that's coming in from underneath and in front. And if we look at this from the side and just kind of go, okay, what exactly is going on? You're kind of walking down the street and you look up, and when you look up at this building, put this someplace where we got more space. Here's the building, here's the balcony. You're out on the street and you're looking up at the balcony here. And looking up at the balcony, you see Pekora is leaping down at you. There would probably be like more space here, like you would probably be where's the thing I want to do? It would probably be more over here. So you're looking up. Back to the brush. So you're looking up, and here's Pekora is leaping down at you. And she's coming out of the window. And I need to think about that because right now what I've got is I've got this closed window. That doesn't make any sense unless Pekora was standing around on the balcony and decided to jump over the balcony. But we're not drawing a pose that's indicative of jumping over a balcony. Jumping over a balcony would probably be more of a vault where you've got an arm on the balcony and you're kind of throwing a leg over. And that would be more of this kind of pose. And it's really hard to make that look right. It's really hard to make that sort of read to a viewer. So I don't want to do that kind of pose. So I need to think about this window here and how that's actually going to be set up. But more importantly, there's light coming from the window, which means everything's going to be backlit and we can have kind of a rim light effect, which looks really cool. And we've also got light coming up from the street down here. And the light from behind over here, this is going to be, in all likelihood, is going to be like your standard CFL bulbs, which means it's going to be in a sort of bluish area. Very bright kind of mid-blue, like this, a little bit brighter than that. So shift that outward. There. How's that? That is about the color of the lighting that's coming out of the house. But then down on the street, what you're going to have is more of down on the street, you're going to have more of a kind of sodium lamp thing going on. It's going to be more of a street saturated. So something more like this. So we've got a street light that's about that color and a room light that's about that color. So this is kind of the this is the lighting that we're working with. We're working with that as sort of the backlight. Come over here to green, which I've kind of decided is my note color. We'll go back, front. We're gonna title this layer lighting. And that lighting is, well, that's actually. Now, the reason we need to think about this, we need to think about where the light is coming from, because the first thing I want to start with is kind of this wall in the back. Because what we've got is we've got a series of features here. And that series of features is we've got this sort of wall in the back, which is just sort of a blank wall. And we need to vary that somewhat so it doesn't look boring. And then on top of that, we've got at the top of the wall this kind of wooden beam right here. And that wooden beam needs to be lit from underneath, because all of the lighting is coming from underneath the beam. It's coming from the window under the beam. It's coming from the street light under the beam. It's all underneath. Then above that, we have a slight expanse of wall. And then the wall comes out from that and then takes a sharp turn. There's kind of an overhang here. And that overhang, we're going to need to be more lit under here because that's the stronger lighting from underneath. And then up here, we need to have a slightly different kind of light because less of this bright white interior light is going to get to this bit up here. It's going to get to this bit, but it's not going to get here. So the only thing we're going to have is this kind of front lighting. So we're going to have the back and front lighting on here, but we're only going to have the front lighting on there. And then this is going to be back and front lighting, but it's going to be very strong. So this is kind of the, this is the thing I need to think about, which is we're going to have kind of a vignette effect where the light is stronger in the middle, and we're also going to have kind of a gradient where the light is stronger at the bottom for this wall. So because of that kind of stronger at the bottom and stronger at the middle, here's our kind of stucco color here. I need to think in terms of, I come down to the building level and I will migrate a couple of my let me make a new layer here. We'll just that down under the lighting notes, and we'll go, here's the interior light and here's the exterior light. And yeah, those will work well together, I think. So, okay. Now I can turn off the lighting notes because I've already kind of gone over that. And I can jump back to just the building. And I can even turn off, let's title this palette. Name your layers so you don't lose track of what the hell you're doing. And turn off the balcony window. Because what I want to do is kind of, I've already started with this kind of beginning color. And now what I want to do is I want to take this color and I want to go kind of, I don't want to be too opaque with it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go soft on it. Kind of go in the direction of the so not painting on the right layer here. Let's come down to the building and we'll take our base color. Take the front color. Just kind of buzz in some space there. We want this to kind of look, I want to come up from the bottom, but since it's looking kind of shadowy, I'm not going to worry about that because we're redrawing the beam anyway. Okay, and then we've got this kind of this middle. I really kind of zoom out, and if I zoom out, take a look at how that looks. And, I just kind of zoom out, see how that looks. Bad? Really? Hmm. Go back. Back to that. That at least gives us some interest. It's coming up from underneath. This is kind of coming middle. So okay, that gives us something on that. Then we'll come in top on everything. That up. There we go. Now, so we've got kind of a field here. I'm not 100% satisfied with it, no, but it's not bad. Kind of got some variation in there, so we don't just have a block of solid color. And now I want to start thinking about this wood beam here. And this wood beam that I'm working with, I want to make it actually look like wood. Let's begin by coming in here and say, okay, yeah, we're gonna start over here. And you know what, let's start with some. Or do we want to do more of a? No, we want to do vector layer, line art. Um, in we're just going to come straight across. It's okay. This isn't 100% smooth because we're working vector. Because we're working in vector, we can come over here and we can say vector. Say draw vector. Now we'll Back over here, where we've got another little bit that wasn't perfect. Right. And that'll work. So there's kind of the edge of that wooden beam. And now I'm going to zoom in here again. And we're going to go back to the garage. Flip at the bottom of the which does not have to be perfect. Because it's wood, and wood is pretty much never perfect. Come back over here to redraw vector line. We're going to find various areas. Connect vector line. All right. Over. We want to connect here. I'm going to redraw. Pick up that space just a little bit. Good. Okay, so we've got everything reasonably even there. Roll our way across here. Brush. Tools. Activate. Draw vector width. Whip. 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 There we go. And now if we look at that from full zoom, we've got a pretty solid line in each of those places. So we've got the little lip that goes underneath. That's going to be a little bit more lit because it's lit from underneath. And now we just need to, once again, we're working with the brush. We just go straight across. Well, let's actually do that in the other direction. There we are. That looks pretty good. Because now underneath of that, we're going to have the, or over top of that, we're going to have on the building, if I bring up my perspective guides right here. Now right here, okay, here on the line art, what we're going to have is we have a very straight line here and a very straight line here. And both of those are going to be very straight architectural bits. So those are very straight. And now what we've got is we've got kind of the line art here for everything that we've got around there. Now, what I want to do at this point is come in here, and I want to go, all right, the building layer. Let's go to our fill tool, and we'll go, oops. And we want to refer to other layers. So roll in so we area that all right. Grab that there. And we'll that. We only really need to worry about the bottom. Here, I want to grab that, go back to our brush. That out of there. And okay, we now have something that looks relatively decent. This gives us a good background to work with. And now, what I want to do is, I want to do a little surgery. And I'm going to do that surgery by starting out here. I'm going to make myself a new vector. And I'm going to call that layer window. And on this layer, I'm going to take the old one, grab the window color there. I'm going to go, okay, I want rectangle, like so. Oh, well, of course I create a vector layer. That's what I wanted. The best way. You know what? I need to do the frame. I can do panes of the window later. Now, I'm going to go, okay. Got a window, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions of that window. And I got the 2 sides there. And now I'm going to take these Let's do. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my rectangle select all of these, and I'm going to use a brand new Clip Studio Paint 2.0 feature, which is the alignment. And I want to align these. I want to distribute vertical center. Let's just top it. You select 3 or more object layers to distribute. Okay. Okay. Let's use the So what's the right way to go about this? I thought this would be easier. All right, let's go brush. We're gonna make one there, and now we're gonna go so that greater up and down like so. Okay, now take that. I'm going to duplicate that and I'm going to move that layer to the side. Move that layer to the side of it, like so. Now I'm going to duplicate that layer, and I'm going to move that layer to the side a little. And I'm going to duplicate that layer, and I'm going to move that layer to the side a little. It's probably overkill. And we'll that to the side a little. Finally, we will duplicate layer. Move that to the side a little. And that is what we want. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to go, all right, let's take all of these layers, all 6 of these layers. We'll go distribute evenly. It's not doing a very good job. Yeah, that's base canvas. Vertical centers. Top edges. I don't know how this thing works. Align tops. Okay, align tops. Distribute vertical edges. Okay, that is about right, actually. So now let's take all of that and we'll merge all merge selected. Now we'll create a new and we'll go, hey, I would like a top window frame. Top window frame, like that. And then I would like to duplicate that. And we'll this is far more in depth than I expected. I want 3 divisions this direction. Okay. Okay. Duplicate. Now, let's these 5 here. We'll go align centers. Vertical spacing, there we go. And now we've got something of a, okay, we've got a window frame now. All right. Merge select layers. Go copy 5. So, format. We'll put our there, 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 there. Okay, so that is the shape that we want. Now we want to take these 2, we're going to merge that one down, and we're going to Control T on that. 2. Okay, so Control Shift T. This now. I'm going to make it about about 8. I'm going to make it a little bit narrower. So now that we've got that, we're going to say OK. And now I'm going to take this, move it down a bit, and I'm going to go Edit, Form, Perspective. Turn on my perspective. Turn on my perspective ruler. Turn on my perspective ruler. Go Edit, Transform, Perspective. And we're going to put into desired perspective. Set up center there. Here. So we're going to try to get this desired spot. Remove that. We're going to try this some. You know what? I think this is what we need to do. Is I have a kind of I think what we need is for the window behind Pekora to be open. Wow. Yeah, let's put that in the middle there. Do that out. Aha, that's how you want to do it. You want to put the middle part in between the two lines. Then you want to scale that out. So then there is that window. Cancel. I'm going to need two windows. We'll take this one. Stop. Here. This one. Go over here. We will edit, form, perspective. We'll move that. We'll put the desired. You know what? Put on the other. Bottom. Let's do edit, transform, perspective. Shifts over this. That. 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 This. Whoa. Some height. It's just put that there. That in. Yeah, this is slow at all. That's it. What's going on with that? No. All right, let's screw around with this a little. Huh? Okay, that is about as good as it gets there. So go ahead and say okay on that. Then we'll jump over here to this one and we'll go once again, edit, affected. We're going to move this over to its middle. Edge of middle. This then move that. Side. Middle of this side. Wow, really not good. Done. That's about right. There. youth. Man, this is a mess. To get these to match. Not going. What I want here is I want the two doors kind of want it to look like one is opening behind the other. But this is primarily just a guide. And I'm going to use to get the perspective right on it. So, okay on that. This one should be front, so now let's turn that off. And let's go original. Color of the window. We'll turn off the phone. Go copy. And we'll can't buy. Okay, so I'm going to create a new raster, put it in between the two, and bring other layers. Okay. Turn on the bottom layer. This layer. Man, that is useful. Turn off that top layer and we'll go, okay. This window copy here. Raster there. Layer, we'll put it there and we'll hide that one. Click. Click fill all of these. Underneath of there. Turn on that layer. I'll turn on that layer. And we've got, man, that is a much better job of an open paned window than I would have been able to do just like all by myself. That is much better. Although the perspective still doesn't match. So, can I edit perspective, transform multiple layers? I cannot. Yeah. At all. Cancel. It's just a guide. I'll work on it more effectively when I get some time. Geez, I did not get as far with this as I wanted to. But these are just guides. So that's okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm relatively happy with this. Um, what I wanted this to do was give me the appropriate perspective on the 5 pane width there. Now, the next thing that I want is to crap. I should have done a window pane. Well, there is my there's the open window that Pekora has done. And let's just verify that. Okay, that's not bad at all. Now it looks like she's diving out through a window. Man, I'm already an hour in, and all I've done is like that little bit. Crap. A lot of work. A lot of time. Anyway, thanks for being here. And do the little YouTube dance. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Um, I still don't entirely understand how to use this perspective tool. I'm going to mess around with it. But it looks like you start by setting the center of your object, then the center of each of your sides, and then you kind of modify the corners to fit exactly where you want it to go. I feel like that's the appropriate way to do it. Or just like drag your corners over to something that already has about the right perspective and then shift from there. I got a lot more work to do on this, obviously. But again, thanks for being here, and okay, bye.